You're good, you're good. You're ready to feel forward. You feel forward.
Think that's why it's a good exercise.
Uh-huh.
It's a good exercise. I walk across from that bridge.
Sunday, good?
Como que me...
Ladies and gents, viewers and subscribers, we streaming out of Washington Heights.
No, yeah, you drive to the ferry.
Yeah, make sure you all share the stream. You heard? Yes, ladies and gents, viewers and subscribers, this is your host, Elgin Martinez from the Immigrant Edification Channel, the only channel that addresses real immigrant issues, coming to you with another informative video out of Washington Heights, New York. So right now I'm on Amsterdam and the 161st Street here in Washington Heights, which is located in the upper Manhattan area. So yes, ladies and gents, Washington Heights is located in Upper Manhattan. It starts from 155th Street to 200th Street. Washington Heights, ladies and gents, is the home to the largest Dominican demographic outside the Dominican Republic. Some very prominent or famous people that came out of Washington Heights, ladies and gents, are the following: Lin Manuel Miranda, Manny Perez, Juan Bago or Michael Diaz, and also Julia Alvarez, who is a renowned Dominican American author. And ladies and gents, for those of you who do not know, it is here in Washington Heights that the late Malcolm X was killed. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk to where the Audubon Ballroom is, the place that, as I said, Malcolm X was assassinated, and give you a view of that area. And ladies and gents, two historic landmarks in Washington Heights is the George Washington Bridge and also the Audubon Ballroom. Those are just two of many. So yes, ladies and gents, if you need some of that good perennial or that totone or mango, hey, this is where you come, you heard? That's the Audubon Avenue right here. So I believe we're a couple blocks from where the late Malcolm X was assassinated. That's the Columbia University Irving Cancer Research Center right there. Yeah, that's what so yes, ladies and gents, as I said, we're in Washington Heights, the largest Dominican population outside Santo Domingo or DR. As I said, ladies and gents, Washington Heights stretches from 155th to 200th Street here in Upper Manhattan. So yes, ladies and gents, this is the Audubon Ballroom right here, 3940. This is the place that, as I said, Malcolm X was assassinated in 1965. If you noted what that sign inside there says, it says the Malcolm X and Dr. Betty Shabazz Memorial and Educational Center. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, so this is the Audubon Ballroom. Right over there, they have a writing 519, 1925, El Haj Malik Shabazz. Then it has 221, 1965. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so in Washington Heights, which is a predominantly, as I said, Dominican demographic. So that's Malcolm X right there. There's a picture of Malcolm X and Dr. Shabazz right there. You good, brother? You good? You good? Yeah, I was just recording this spot where Malcolm X got assassinated.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah. It's right there.
I forgot it was.
Yeah, it's right there, bro.
Made me depressed today thinking about that shit.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's the
Now
area
you
right
found out
there.
the CIA niggas did it and shit.
It's crazy.
Oh, you on live and shit.
Yeah, man.
I wasn't trying to be seen on
No,
that
no, you good. The camera is facing that way. No, you good, you good. You good, Yeah.
God bless, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Now the prison, so I don't know if that shit about to come back. I'm gonna talk too loud. They want my ass.
For the cop? Oh,
They
man.
didn't find out. I took my money, but they ain't found out.
So you good?
I saw him about to pass out. That's how long they had me in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm out right now. That's how I did it.
Yeah, I would have gave you something for it, though. I would have gave you like, I could use the app. This shit in here. I just need like 3 singles at least.
No, I don't have anything. Yeah, so you good otherwise?
I just need to get that so I can need some energy, man. They had me in there since last night, baby.
I got a water if you want a water, man. You want a water?
Fat nigga gonna do something. I gotta put
I'm
something
playing,
in
man.
I'm gonna show you. It's probably cool. Use the app. And you just gotta purchase something.
Oh,
and they give you
okay.
the shit for free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like 60 cents. Get like 3 of them shits, I'll be good. It's like 60 cents each burger. You gotta buy some. They got the nuggets for $1 there. I'm gonna be straight if I ain't get wrapped up this morning.
Hey, all right, brother. Take care, man. Be safe, man. All right? Yeah, man. Be safe, bro.
Forest.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, ladies and gents, I'm going to give you another view of this area. I wish this door was open, but it's locked. Yeah. I'm trying to see if I could at least get into this area. 1 second. Unfortunately, it's locked. Yeah, but let me try to give you guys a better view of this area. So yes, as I said, this is the Audubon Ballroom. It's located on Broadway and West 165th Street here in Washington Heights. That's the Audubon Ballroom right there. At 3940 Broadway. Yeah, that's where the late Malcolm X was executed, or in other words, assassinated. I noticed that there's also a BBQ on this building. So yes, ladies and gents, the Audubon Ballroom, located in, as I said, Washington Heights, which is Upper Manhattan, was built in 1912, originally designed as a theater and a ballroom. So based on information, ladies and gents, on February 21st, 1965, at approximately 3:10 p.m., Malcolm X was assassinated here in this building. According to various sources, at the time of his assassination, he was getting, or in other words, preparing to give a speech. So yes, at the time of Malcolm's assassination, according to sources, he was getting ready to give a speech to the Organization of Afro-American Unity. According to sources, ladies and gents, this tragic event led to or marked a turning point in the civil rights movement. Yo, make sure you share this live, ladies and gents. Share this live. I'm outside doing this work, you heard? outside, man. Opposed to other YouTubers that just sit behind their keyboard and talk all this BS. Hey, I'm outside. So this building here has been used for a lot of different businesses. I noticed there's also a Chase Bank on this building. They've just preserved like a small portion of it. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we outside, you know, doing this work, and at the same time getting my exercise in, you know. Yo, good. It's across there. It's across there where the BBQ's at. Over there. Another famous artist that came out of Washington Heights is this guy. He was called Mims. Yeah, Mims is also from this area. So yes, ladies and gents, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna give you guys a tour of the heights. Yo, this is in Washington Heights. Washington Heights, man, Upper Manhattan. That's where I'm at right now. Hey, bless up to Missouri in the house. Hey, future proof. We in the Heights, man, New York. Hey, bless up, Steve. Yeah, man. So what I'm gonna do is, you know, I'm gonna just continue walking the area, you know, and give you guys a view, you know, a view of the area. It's a very nice environment, you know, a lot of nice restaurants, a lot of, they got a variety of food, you know, like Latino food, like yuca, you know, bacalao, that patelillo. You know what I'm saying? So this is how behind the Audubon Ballroom looks, ladies and gents. Look at that. You're getting exclusive, man. Exclusive. Look at that. Can't beat this, man. Exclusive view of the Audubon Ballroom. Straight out of New York. You heard? So then, as I said, I'm gonna give it a final view. Then I'm gonna depart this area. I'm just gonna walk up Broadway all the way to like 183rd, 181st, sorry. Yes, ladies and gents, once again, that's the Audubon Ballroom right here, where the late Malcolm X was assassinated. I believe it was February 1965. Okay, one more view inside here. Exclusive, ladies and gents. Audubon Ballroom. Malcolm X, he used to walk this area a lot, okay? We're in Upper Manhattan, Washington Heights, which is predominantly a Dominican demographic, you know what I mean? I'm gonna read what it says over there. El Hajj Malik Shabazz. It said 2nd 21, 1965. And right there it says knowledge. Alright? I'm outside, man. On the ground. What's up, Queen? How you doing? You good? You enjoying the weather? It's too hot, right? Ramen Kuraku. BBQ right there, ladies and gents. On the same building. BBQ. You know what I mean? BBQ. BBQ, ladies and gents. Where you could get that hot wings and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So yes, ladies and gents, we outside Washington Heights, Upper Manhattan. For some of the viewers that have just came in, as I said, we're in Washington Heights, Upper Manhattan area. Washington Heights, ladies and gents, stretches from 155th Street to 200th Street. It's the largest Dominican population, or in other words, demographic, after the Dominican Republic. Let me see what this says right here. It says erected by the people of Washington Heights. And inward. In commemoration of the men who gave their lives in the World War. That's what it says. That's Columbia University Hospital right there across the street. Right there, yeah, Columbia University. Washington Heights, ladies and gents. Exclusive, ladies and gents. Broadway and 167. You're getting that exclusive looks right there. You see, after the Land Rover rights over there. Exclusive, exclusive. Brother, how you doing? This is the 160th Street subway station, right? Bring you here all the way to Washington Heights at 168th and Broadway. The AC and one train. audience viewers, yeah, we're not gonna get distracted by the trolls, okay? Hey, we're gonna stay positive. We're gonna stay positive on this platform. We are not gonna be distracted, ladies and gents. Yes, we're gonna stay positive on this platform, ladies and gents. No BS. We don't have time for the trolls. You heard? We need the trolls, man. We need some of the trolls. There is power in numbers, man. We need the trolls too. You heard? There is power in numbers. We need the trolls. Everybody. Yo, bless up, Oscar. Yes, Oscar Guzman, bless up, brother. Yo, Edgar, don't even follow those clowns, man. Leave them, man. Let them be, man.
There you go.
Yeah? Yes, ladies and gents, we're in Washington Heights on Broadway and 171st Street. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a walk to the George Washington Ridge area.
Está contento. Pero te van a poner la canción de Luis
Broad. So yes, ladies and gents, for the people that just came in, I'm taking a walk through Washington Heights, which is located in Upper Manhattan, right? It has the largest Dominican population outside of Santo Domingo or DR. Some famous people that came from Washington Heights are the following: Lynn Manuel Miranda, sorry, Manny Perez, Juan Bajo or Michael Diaz, Julia Alvarez, renowned Dominican American author Princessa. How you doing? The music a little bit too loud, so I had to move away.
se pone las 3 guaguas, las 7, las 5. La bomba por las 10, las 6.
That's the George Washington Market right over there. West 178. If I walk up this way, in fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna walk up this way so you guys could get a view of the George Washington Bridge.
Why did you bring a sweater? Because it's hot out.
That's the George Washington Bridge right over there. Yeah, the George Washington Bridge. That's the George Washington Bridge. It's the George Washington Terminal right here. Right here. It's the terminal. Yeah, that's the George Washington Bridge right there, ladies and gents. That takes you direct into New Jersey. It's another view of the George Washington right there. The bridge. The George Washington right there.
Y ellos no, papá.
That's it, George Washington Market right there.
A lo que yo vi la cara de una foto, yo no vi que no lo vieron.
Yes, ladies and gents, we're in Washington Heights. Very nice neighborhood. So I actually walked from 155th to like 181st. That's the Chipotle right there. Yeah, you get the best food here, man, in Washington Heights. The best food. Yes. So if you need some sancocho, man, hit me up. Hit me up, man. We're in the Heights, ladies and gents. We're in the Heights, Washington Heights, 181st on Broadway. It's 181st on Broadway. There's the McDonald's right there. That's located at 181st. 181st Street on Broadway here in Manhattan or Washington Heights. Exclusive, ladies and gents. Washington Heights. You're getting it exclusive. 181st on Broadway. That's the 3 bus over there that goes to all the way to Riverdale. For those of you that live in New York, you know what? If you know, you know.
Porque está rojo, ¿qué pasa?
Foot Locker, gents. Yeah. Foot Locker, Washington Heights. Target.
Como paramos por vida de Noé. Que Noé duró 150 años en la montaña. Eso es verdad. Gloria al Señor. Entonces, cuando ya el Padre le dio el capítulo 8 de sentencia. Gloria a Jesús.
So I'm on 181st, 181st on St. Nick. 181st on St. Nick. Gotta get away from this music. 181st and St. Nick.
Gloria al Señor, la brecha cerca, Santo Domingo. Está más cerca de lo costeros. Voy a hacer una hora breve. Ahí donde usted escucha con sus oídos.
Audubon Avenue on 181st. Audubon, 181st. So what I'm about to do is I'm gonna walk back over the Washington Bridge, not George Washington Bridge, Washington Bridge, back into the Bronx. Once I cross over this bridge, I'm gonna be near Ogden Avenue in the Bronx. Thanks to all of my viewers and subscribers, and make sure you hit that notification bell, so that you can know whenever I upload another video. As I said, I'm about to walk back into the Bronx, but I'm gonna go over the Washington Bridge this time. So this is Washington Bridge right here. This is gonna take me back into the Bronx. It's gonna put me at Ogden and University Avenue. So yes, ladies and gents, Washington Bridge, cross Bronx. Getting that exclusive. We outside. Yes, I'm walking back into the Bronx. Yo, this what someone wrote down here, look. So yes, I'm back in the Bronx. I'm approaching University on Ogden Avenue. That's the Cross Bronx right down there. Cross Bronx. That's the Cross Bronx right there. Cross Bronx. Yeah, that's the Cross Bronx. That's University Avenue right there. Ogden. It's Ogden Avenue right there. Bronx. We're back in the Bronx. They're having a big party in that restaurant tonight. Vogue Restaurant and Lounge. It's right here as soon as you cross the Washington Bridge into the Bronx. It's right there on the left. That building just in front. So yes, ladies and gents, just hit that like button, share, subscribe. If I have the time tomorrow, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the financial district in Manhattan. I used to work in that area, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to that area. I'm gonna give you a tour of the area. I'm gonna show you where the Federal Reserve building is, where the stock market on 100 Wall Street is. I'm gonna show you the entire location. So thanks for stopping by. As I said, don't forget to subscribe, support the channel. So I'm about to end this stream in about 10 minutes. I'm just gonna give you a couple more view of the area. So for my viewers that might have just came on, basically what I did earlier was that I went to Washington Heights, right? Washington Heights is located in Upper Manhattan, right? It stretches from 155th Street to 200th Street. It's one of the largest, not one of the largest, it's the largest Dominican demographic or population outside the Dominican Republic. I also went to the Audubon Ballroom. The Audubon Ballroom, which is located on 168th Street and Broadway in Washington Heights. That's where Malcolm X was assassinated in the year 1965.
Ah, no, que uno tiene que salir temprano. Lo que pasa es que uno está cocinando. Temprano,
So yes, ladies and gents, I'm about to end this stream. Take care. Be safe out there. Hopefully you guys come back tomorrow for my other stream, which is going to be in the financial district in Manhattan.